What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about Seachem Flourite Black and the different variables that come along with it in comparison to Flourite Sand. There's tons and tons of questions, and I feel like the hobby as a whole is confused about Seachem Flourite. This drives me bonkers. I get questions all the time regarding Seachem Flourite, and it's like there's 5 different types of it, and there's Seachem Flourite Sand, and it is a hot mess of confusion. And today I want to straighten out that confusion because I've used this stuff. I have multiple reviews on this. There's another one coming because there's been so many questions regarding the Flourite and Seachem. I hate to say it, but you are kind of to blame because we are confused as hobbyists. And it's like, if you're confused, I understand your struggle. So let's deep dive into this. For starters, the Flourite product line is considered a planted tank substrate. There's Flourite regular, there's Flourite dark, there's Flourite red, there's Flourite black, and literally all 4, or was it 5 of those? They're pretty much the same exact product, except the coloration, and they have a bit of a difference in mineralization in the product. And when you look at Flourite, it looks like regular aquarium gravel, but here's the deal. This is not regular aquarium gravel. This is a man-made product, and it is a clay-based substrate. And to be honest with you, you can buy all 4 different types of the Flourite, and it's all very similar stuff if you're not trying to get super technical, except for the red is a red coloration and the black is a little darker. You know, it's really just small minor details. I would consider this almost like a sales pitch on Seachem's part because, you know, they almost have so much of this product that it is confusing, and it just kind of makes people buy it out of confusion. And they're like, well, what kind do I have, you know? And that leads me on to Flourite Sand. Like, this boggles me. Sand is sand. Let me repeat that. As far as a planted tank substrate goes, sand has 0 nutrients. It is totally inert, which means that it does not give off any nutrients. It doesn't give off anything. So for them to attach the Flourite name to their sand is extremely confusing, and this drives me bonkers. This was another sales pitch, almost kind of gimmicky in my opinion, because a lot of people are buying the Flourite substrate in hopes to have a planted tank substrate, and then they're also thinking that the sand is also a planted tank substrate, but that's not how it works. Another thing that people are constantly arguing about is whether to rinse your Seachem Flourite substrate. And a lot of people complain that they will never use Flourite again just because it never rinsed clean. I rinsed it and I rinsed it and I rinsed it and it never came clean. Or I put it in my aquarium and my filters were clogged with all of the silt and it was a nightmare. I'll never use it again. To be honest with you, I don't know how Seachem sells so much of the Flourite because, you know, if you get on Amazon and search for this stuff, it's a top seller, and it's just crazy to me because there's so much confusion surrounding this product. So let me break this down for you. If you're trying to figure out if you should rinse your Seachem Flourite or not, the answer is here. This is a man-made substrate. It is not inert, so it gives off nutrients. It's a clay-based substrate, so it's probably going to be super high in iron content. So here's the deal. You probably shouldn't rinse it because you're kind of rinsing off nutrients that the plants could be feeding on, but here's the deal. But I feel like you have to rinse Seachem Flourite or else it's just going to bomb out your tank. I've dealt with it myself and it's a complete nightmare. I've tried not rinsing it. I've tried rinsing it. I've tried rinsing it forever. And what's the right answer? Like, that's the question. I think a medium rinse, and what the trick is, what I have learned is if you just let the substrate chill out in the tank for a couple of days, it will eventually die down, and then go in with a gravel vac and clean it. So let's recap this because I went over a lot. And by the way, if you're wondering what the heck is above me, that is a ladder shelf build on my 125. Follow my main channel for that. It's gonna be really cool. There's gonna be houseplants up there. But Seachem Flourite, the difference in sand is huge and drastic. You know, sand doesn't have any nutrients for your plants. That is a bad idea if you're looking for a planted substrate. It works, but it's not. I wish they wouldn't have called it Flourite Sand because they attach the name Flourite from a planted tank substrate to the sand. I could babble on about this. There's 4 or 5 different types of Flourite. There's black, red, dark, brown, and regular. So it's a bit confusing. Let me know in the comment section if you're confused, because I feel like half the industry is. So thank you, Seachem, for confusing so many people.